Welcome back. Last time we found this city that Emmett Selk basically created underwater over the ruins of, we think, the same city, just kind of like part of the city made it into this world, onto the first during the Sundering, but it's a pre-Sundering Ascian city. And now we're trying to get authorization to go to the Capitol building. So that is what we are doing now, going through the bureaucracy type stuff. Hello, Secretariat Clerk. Next, please. Visiting the Capitol, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. Okay. Let's have a seat on this very large bench. She's so little. Oh, what's going on? May I? You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emmett Selk? Nay, there is no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. I know only that my name is Hythlodaeus, and that this city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. The others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emmett Selk's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstruction. A stray thought would have been enough. Hythlodaeus will realize the truth, for example. We were close friends once, you see. Yet in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest, a bit part, meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny, and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we wait. If you've come this far, then you know of the catastrophe which awaits us on our morrow. The final days. What began as isolated incidents soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. The Convocation of 14, well, it was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. But creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. Of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. Oh, that's grim. And from their sacrifice, Zodiac was born. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet oh, how the star had suffered. So many species lost. The land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the wind had ceased to blow. Once more did our people give of themselves to Zodiac. Another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that trees and grasses and myriad tiny lives would sprout and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The Convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time was right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiac. In return, he would restore to us those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. These dissidents surrendered their life energies to the creation of Heidelin, an incarnation of their opposing belief. And for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you, then, how this conflict ended? Yes. I thought you might. Selk has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiac. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will have not abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain degree of ease, Selk is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. Tis truly a terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Also gehossen, Pfeffer? It seems your turn has come. Pray do not let me keep you. Nice talking to you, Hythlodeus. Wow, he is so much bigger than her. Ah, there was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? Huh? Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it's visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion? Yeah. Are you laughing? Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tells the tale. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. Ha! This is just the kind of fate I might expect for one such as she. Surely Selk has recognized the hint of her in you. Also gehossen, Pfeffer. Very well, my new old friend. May you find what it is you seek. Well, that was cryptic as heck. Doesn't want to bend the right way. I had to switch ears, and the microphone is not bending properly. We'll go back to the ear that's not working and I can't hear anything through. Your visitor's writ as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. Alright. Let's go do that. So this Hythlodaeus chap seems to know... seems to have known the person we were before the Sundering. And has said that Ardbert and I are parts of the same soul. Then again, look up what his name means in Greek. Finally! You were gone so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in your bureaucratic ventures? I got a writ. Ah, I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing, too. Urianger and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. It would seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive, with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of one ilm. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that Emetselk's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Reen and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is, these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarot's today. They will happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Oscar? Was aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a writ? Yeah, I met this guy, Hythlodaeus. A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all the Asian scheming has been leading to this? Yes. All this time, but if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Aye, I thought we knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yet that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Asians mean to draw on the lives of the Source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac. That does seem to be the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Asians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not, and that's to say naught of what Emetselk plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Osaka, and when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before and those who came after. By everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Is fighting Emetselk the only way? He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. paused for a second to get my ear to open up so I can actually hear now. What do I say? Shadowbringers. We're there, folks. Do you remember that talk we had atop the tower in Morsu? I'm still of the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you, you don't abandon me. Together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking the next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. No matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep on walking. Yea. Speak to Elfino. Valtteri spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what's become of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet, who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could, uniting disparate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would never have raised its head. I have borne witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. This is but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger, as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavor not to slow you down. Oriange? As well thou knowest, if we are to usher Emet-Selch unto his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task requireth orasight, and such have I prepared upon the Exarch's asking, no less. Though 'twas never mine intent to provide said boon. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Ascian artifice, and he would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emet-Selch's destruction will be the culmination of the Exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of that happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Y'shtola? Our time in the First has been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path in the Source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, through that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me to stay true to my convictions. Thus would I return the favor. Do as your heart decrees without hesitation or regret, and that is all I will say on the matter. Tancred? Well, this has put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in our meringue. So forgive me this moment of sentiment, Oscar. By dragging me into this sorry mess, you've given me the chance to think and act as I should have, for Reen's sake. Words cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. Reen? We get a cutscene with her. When Minfilia entrusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair, and you can still feel powerless. She was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gulg, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments from turning and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Tancred, the others, you've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you, and I want to. I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. Don't cry. Then you shouldn't hang your head. I shouldn't? Oh. Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. Ouch, game. Ouch. I'm not sure Actually, never mind. I think I'll understand better if I try it for myself. No, nothing will come of brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision, Asuka. I'm going with you. Let's go to the capital. We're walking, because it's a dramatic moment. It feels like the lobby of a lot of the older buildings in Detroit. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted. Here's my writ of permission. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital. Any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times. And so they shall.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Damn it, Sulk.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation.
Well, tough.
Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It is not she who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
We're here to stop ya. We came here to stop you.
Did you now? One last do-or-die attempt to foil my plans before your mind dissolves into madness? How very, very heroic of you. In every single age, there is always someone who wants to stand up to the evil Asians. Always the same arrogance, the same insistence that the world belongs to them, as if theirs were the only rightful claim, theirs the only existence worthy of preservation. Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the ancients?
Yeah.
Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you. Fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star. Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his Sin-Eaters taught you nothing? Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference? Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion. You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us and us alone.
FFXIV! We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
It's the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star. End of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment. I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
Alright. Ready to go in here now. The twins in Thancred? That's who it wants us to take. We'll take the twins in Thancred.
Welcome to the final days of Amarant. The fabric of our star began to fray, and the unchecked energies of creation begat malformed beasts.
Do you like having some narration out loud during the dungeon? More things. Wow. Thank you, please. Grab this people. Thank you. Then again, this dungeon is kind of meant to put us through the ringer.
Prepare yourself!
Keeps dropping those fireballs everywhere. Just really doesn't want you to get comfortable in any one spot. Here. Avoiding more fireballs. Oh look, more enemies. Attached to Elfno, but he won't come any closer to the rest of the group to get it pulled off for some reason. So I've got to try to get it killed. There we go.
Just as prayer gives rise to pride, our dread made manifest our deepest fears.
First beast. Thus did the first doom befall us. Good. Thank you. Oh, no, not there. It's just not a good safe spot. Oh, we gotta get behind a rock. Definitely throwing some heavy-hitting attacks at us. More so than basically anything else so far up to this point has. There was a lot of things to try to avoid all at once. Rock. Luckily we can attack with range and hit him from back here. Repeating his cycle. Each time through, he adds a little bit more. this is. Crap. It's too much.
Leave the healing to me.
Ugh. There's too many things all at once. Almost died. It will not, however, be the last. It's over there. Nothing. Oh, there goes the whole half of the city. Just want to stand somewhere where I can make attacks, please. Okay. Next group. I know I'm not talking as much in this dungeon as I have in the previous ones. That's because it's highly stressful. I can't really, like, get into a nice comfortable spot. Just kind of mindlessly go through my attack rotation. At least until we get down to a single enemy. Get out of there, Elf.
The land buckled. The cities burned. The waters ran red with blood.
That's that mount that I have, I think. No, that's not. That's something else. Never mind. It looked like the dragon horse thing, the big fabric thing. But then I saw its head and realized it was not that. Whatever these goofy things are, dying a little faster than some of the other things we've fought. Okay. Walk with me. Finally, one of the enemies that attaches to someone is attached to me instead of them. takes his sweet time in out of dangerous spots. It's like he wants me to have a heart attack. Seriously, Alphino, what would your mother think if she knew I was putting you in danger like this? We are now at the second doom.
Let's give them a show!
Oh, at least it's an opening with the wind break. Not a bad idea. That took off 20% of the enemy's health right up top. That's right, this one summons additional baddies and leaves the arena for a bit. Which is rude, if you ask me. You should stay and fight. Another round of summoned enemies. While it, from outside the arena, throws a whole bunch of additional attacks our way. Why?
Keep your guard up!
So many bad guys. All of them. They're going down fairly quickly. The last one. There it is. There we go. Casting a spell called Burst, which I'm fairly certain will kill us if we don't kill it first. Oh.
Yet this was far from the worst of it.
It didn't.
Come,
but it came
and
close.
I will show you.
Came very close to murdering us all. Oh, we're
just a little further.
We're up in space now, over the planet.
And you will see the end of a world.
Jeez, no safe place to stand. Tancred, must you stand with all of these enemies in the path of the big giant enemies' laser attack. Oh, I don't think he has a choice. It's targeting him. Oh, that time it targeted me. Go. Whatever these weird goofy enemies are. The nightmares of the Asians given flesh. Stop shooting big lasers at me. I'm trying to kill your friends.
The star was fading. We saw we had to weave its laws anew.
Is that so? Lasers. Dang it.
You underestimate me.
I think I can finally do now. There's one enemy left.
Right behind you.
Wow, now there's more.
Leave the healing to me.
Then do it. One last enemy here. No, don't shoot me.
But between us and our goal loomed the final misbegotten fiend.
Therion. Chthonic Riddle. Treasure. Alright. Ready, Haggard? Get back in the middle.
Protect me!
You don't want to. You don't want to be too close. But we can't stick. We can't stay on those little outside bits because they will. It will attack those to discourage you from standing on them. Shoot from the other side.
Keep your guard up!
See that one that's glowing right next to it fell away to keep you from getting complacent. Gotta come all the way to the edge, which is the safest place to be. He is giving us less and less room to lurk. No! Apocalypse again.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater!
Alfredo, heal me now.
On guard!
There's just no room to maneuver. Oh. We did it! Okay. Let us grab our treasure. But before we go through there, we'll save going through the exit for next time. For now, we can look down at the world going through its final days. And when we come back, we'll see what's through that exit.